Hey, good evening. It's me again, Marcus. Uh, okay. Topic of conversation today is a question I just received. Well, not just today, but the last week or so from a few friends back home in the Philippines. Kumusta na kayo dyan? The question was, is there any truth? Well, the question is, when is the United States Navy going to transfer uh, a cruiser, a CG, a Ticonderoga class cruiser, the USS Philippine Sea, to the Philippine Navy? Let me straighten out my camera here. Well, not much about camera, but my phone is. Okay, there you go. So is there any truth to gonna be decommissioned U.S. Navy cruiser transferred to the Philippine Navy? I'm not the guy that would beat around the bush to get likes, dislikes, subscription notices, and stuff like that. I go straight to the point. The answer is no. Sa mga kababayan ko, let me fix my hair real quick. There you go. Feels like I didn't comb it. Well, I didn't comb it. Uh, there's a lot of the pattern is this: when something gets decommissioned, uh, primarily big hardware stuff that are of technological that has a lot of technology that's built into it, like this Aegis equipped Ticonderoga class cruiser. Understand that the majority of the systems that are in this particular warship is going to be all removed. That's what decommissioning is. Now, not unless I know you guys know something I don't. All right, everything from engineering, propulsions, weapon systems, fire control, surveillance systems, search, radar systems, command and control system. Everything is going to be removed because, again, those are very sensitive hardware. If they are not removed, imagine transferring a system wherein only a few Western naval countries that operates the systems are well trained to operate it, and also to maintain it. You know, sa aking mga kababayan back home in the Philippines, imagine this, right? There is a clamor for modern aircraft, fighter aircraft, F-16 aircraft. There's a clamor for weapon systems and the likes of missiles, like the Typhoon systems. There's a clamor for radar systems, like the Aegis systems, or even I think we purchased back home the BrahMos supersonic surface-to-surface missile systems from India. It's great to have them, but it's one thing to train with them and to maintain them. You know, one flight hour of an F-16, I think, requires 16 hours of maintenance and preventive maintenance to address the systems itself, to make them fully functional, to make them ready for the next flight. Imagine a warship. This is about a 10,000 ton system with built-in sophisticated electronics, from weapon systems to engineering. I should know. I was stationed on a few ships and working in engineering. My job was not just cocooned down in engineering, but we pretty much handled everything from 30 volts and above to about 30,000 volts. I may be mistaken by the numbers, but the zeros that I added, but my God, it's a lot of work, all right? And it's going to require the individuals themselves that will not just man them, fight with them, stand watch with them, but you're going to have to live with these systems. And unfortunately, the Philippine Navy just does not have that capability. Now, they can send sailors and officers to training centers that the Navy does operate, but that's not going to happen in 6 months. That's gonna be a multitude, an era of years. The right term for that, I don't know. So it's gonna take moving a platform like a guided missile cruiser from one country to another It just doesn't work that way. Not unless it's built and it's transferred all the technology after the purchase of the product to the said country that bought it. Understand, this weapon system, by this time, this was designed in the 70s and they were commissioned in the early 80s. The majority of them were all commissioned in the 80s till the early 90s. And it's just now that we're decommissioning them simply because they're old. Ships normally last no longer than 25 to 30 years. Then after that, my God, the maintenance and the upkeep. Let's put it this way. Every time a United States Navy ship deploys for 6 months, it comes back for a year at least. Well, probably not at this time, but for the next duration of the 2 other deployments, right, that other ships takes over, that ship that just came back is on a 6-month cycle of maintenance and another 6 months of training. People don't see it that way. They see a United States Navy ship, a gray-hulled ship, deck gray, out there in the Pacific, sailing, protecting our national interest, and they don't see what's going on behind the scenes. Because for every ship that's deployed out there, a ship is currently back stateside getting maintenance. Then the one that's going to replace that ship that's deployed is going through a cycle of training. So for every one ship that is deployed, there are 2 ships that are not deployed. That's why for every ship, submarines that we have in the fleet, let's say there's 100 of them, let's say 300 of them, only 100 of them are deployed. That's just the plain truth. So I'm sorry to bust you guys' bubble. It doesn't work that way. I don't foresee it happening. So hopefully, naintindihan ninyo ang aking papaliwanag. At sana naman po, kung may mga tanong kayo sa akin, ipagpatuloy lang po ninyo. This is a question that I've been thinking of creating a video now that I had like about half a dozen of them guys asking me the same questions from back home. This is the answer, all right? So keep on, how do you say this? Keep on supporting me. If you guys got any questions on the Navy, on real estate, reloading, and firearms, please let me know, all right? You guys take care. To the men and women out there that are deployed, you guys take care. Come on home. There are people out here back home that loves you guys. People like me that are retired, we owe it to you guys simply because you guys get to do what we don't do anymore. That's why we're here retired, right? So you guys, come on home. You guys take care. God bless. Enjoy the evening. Post.